What's up YouTube? It's your boy Lowpes and welcome back to another video. Today we are working on Big Ol' Red and she's getting some lighting upgrades. Let's get into it. You guys all know Mr. Alex. If you're new to the channel, Alex is the OG of the channel. He's our wiring specialist as always. And today we're installing night pod lights. Well, not pod lights. You'll see what I mean when I open it up. Let's open this up. I'll show you what we're installing on Big Red. I got my handy dandy unsharpened knife that kind of cuts. Hopefully I didn't cut into the light. And let's see what comes with this. So I think these are templates. Awesome to drill out if depending where we're mounting it. We have, thank you for choosing Nightlight. Very cool. Always wanted to do these in the CRV. I'm super excited. Pretty much this is what we're working with, right? The CRV does not have any fog lights, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put two in the front as fog lights, and we'll put two in the rear just in case we go overlanding and we gotta light up the way. And pretty much looks like there's a positive and a negative. Seems pretty simple. I have a feeling we're gonna tap this into the headlight or a switch of some sort, so when we turn it on, they run pretty much. But not bad. Build quality is, it's metal, so not horrible. I'm excited to put these on and see how they look. It's nighttime, so we'll see them in full effect. And yeah, not too bad. A bunch of mounting brackets or mounting hardware. Another light here too. The light is a 3x3. Some more hardware. And it seems that is it. They didn't really give us much wiring to work with. Let's see if we can work with what we got. And worst case, I might have some sitting around. But as you guys can see, it's a 6-pod light. So there's 6 lights up and down. They go white, I believe. I don't think these are orange. So yeah, I'm excited to put on the CRV. The CRV is going to be a JDM Overland CRV. We've got a bunch of parts put in, including these guys. And then finally, that is it, boys and girls. So let's get into it. All right, here is Big Red in all her glory. Definitely gonna do some engine-based stuff eventually, clean it up. But for now, let's worry about the exterior, getting some lighting upgrades and all that fun stuff. For some of you who are wondering, the last video you actually saw Big Red was Alex and I getting defeated by the rear suspension. That's all handled, that's all fixed. I'll show you the lift probably during the daytime. It looks fantastic, it's been running right. But we've been having a lot of issues with the CRV. The crank pulley snapped in half. Alternator belts flew off. Definitely a pain in the butt. All these things are fixed, so now we're on to the mods, and I'm excited for that. So one thing to note is you get no wiring aside from maybe the foot or 8 inches that comes with the light. I assume there'd be some wiring involved, at least to get to the headlight, like at least a foot or 2 of wiring. So now we're trying to basically use some wiring we have around here, like some plugs, and kind of like, you know, take it apart and basically use that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're trying to recycle some wiring that we had previously, and we're gonna just try tapping it in and seeing if it works. I had this from like a switch, and I ran out of wiring pretty much. I used to have some rolls, but we ran out. Like I said, I wanted to open the box on camera, and that led to all this pretty much. If I opened it previous to the video, I would have known to get more wiring. But let's see if this is gonna work. We're going to basically tap it into the headlight harness. We're just gonna tap it in first, see if everything works, then we'll solder it in afterwards. I think what we're gonna do to mount is we're gonna utilize the spacing we have here and mount it here. It's gonna be pretty flush.
It makes it look OEM.
Yeah, it's like like somewhat OEM fitment. If we cut and put it here, my concern would have been that the fogs would kind of been on an angle. And like this utilizes the openings here, and we can fish it to the headlights so that when we turn on the headlights, these turn on also. Our little, I guess, ghetto rigged line here does work. We tape this up. I got some wiring loom afterwards to put around it after we solder it. We're tapping into the main headlight harness. Alex, which ones did you use? These guys here?
So, put it this way. When you look at the harness here from the CRVs, you want to tap into the ones that are together over here. So you got the black, and then you got the color that's right beside. So on this one is red and white. So these are the 2 that you'll tap into. Cool. These 2 here. Yeah, and that seems to work perfect for us. Yeah, we're not wiring geniuses, and but and then on this side it looks like looks like red and yellow. So it's right beside the negative. Yeah, it's the same on both sides anyways. Just tap into the wire that's right beside the negative. So basically, when you look at the headlight harness. This is it. So that's it. We're using our ghetto rig extension, and we're gonna attach this
to the headlight harness. So when I turn on these headlights, that will turn on. Eventually, I'm gonna get a switch and we're gonna install the 2 rear ones afterwards in the rear with a switch, because if we ran them the same way to the taillights, every time we turn on the taillights, they would work and they'd be super bright on the road. I'm pretty sure I'd get in trouble or something like that. So I do want the ones in the rear definitely on a switch. And as time progresses, I want a bull bar with more lights. So we're gonna need a switch panel or something along those lines to get this thing going, but I'm super excited. This is the first lighting mod we've done, and I'm excited to hit some trails. So like Chris Lowpes fashion, all my batteries are dead, so we're gonna have to use one of these like hammer drills to drill out the holes so that we can mount this. I'm really not even gonna use a template, I'll be honest, because it's such a simple install. We're gonna bring the lights as far up as we can into this over here, and then we're just gonna mark it with like 2 dots. And then, and hopefully we don't hit, no, behind's good. Behind's good. We shouldn't hit anything from behind. So, good stuff. Luckily, this mounts decently flush on here. And we're just gonna bring it as far up as possible. Not like that, definitely. As far up as possible. And
that's as far up.
We'll do a little mark. Bang, bang. Easy, that goes through that bumper. Let's see how accurate Alex's eyes are. I got it. Okay. Cool. So we fed it up here, and now Alex is just gonna wire it, and then we'll definitely test again, and then we're gonna solder everything in before we put the lube on.
Yeah.
We've soldered the wires at the bottom here, and now we've put the lube all the way at the top, and basically we gotta finish this side onto here, and then we'll be good to go. I'm gonna give Alex the hardware because I think that's what you're waiting for, isn't it?
Yep.
And then we'll see. It's kind of nice that it fits perfectly into that area right there. You know what I mean? It's almost like OE plus. Tight fit. Unfortunately, we gotta take the bumper off. We tried. We don't have the fingers to do it. It's a little tough to get the nut on. The washer's not too bad, but now we basically gotta take this all off. This is the best screwdriver Alex has ever bent. Because you can actually get in here. You know there's an actual tool to take these out, and it's like a tool that like...
Yeah, I made it. It's what you're using.
Yeah, look at this. Eh? But like you can buy like a tool and like it never breaks them. Amazing. We've taken the bumper off. It's pretty easy. Underneath you have 2 bolts, 2 screws on each end, and then you got to take the grill off, which has clips along the top. And then through this little gap here, you use a Phillips screwdriver and you take the screws holding it. And then, yeah, everything's pretty easy to come off. I thought this would have been a little tougher, and everything came off pretty nicely. The sides over here, you have screws holding that in also, but pretty easy stuff. So now we're tackling behind the bumper, and Alex is just putting the lock washers and the nuts in. Ideally, if you have some thread lock, best thing is to use a bit of thread lock so nothing comes off of vibrations. We do not have any thread lock, so yeah, we're very prepared. This one is good, ready to go. And Alex is finishing up his side because he's always the slowest. He's always in last place, and he's just slow overall. Yeah, you heard it here first, boys and girls.
Too old for this.
Buddy. This is the least of our issues. If you're too old for this, I'm screwed in the future.
I'm too old for this, bud.
Especially with what we have. I'm so red right now. Look at this. I'm dying here because Alex is complaining about this, and
getting too old for this, bud.
I might have like something very interesting in the future, possibly. That needs a lot of work.
You might have to do it on yourself.
So, if you guys want to help a brother out, purchase some merch so I can pay Alex, or else I need a second hand for this.
Money is frock.
Hey man, we've done one swap. One.
Frock.
One.
I'm getting older. I'm not getting younger.
Come on, man. Purchase some merch. Purchase some Lowpes merch so I can pay this guy.
Nah,
We're
man.
Look at us.
Paid, man.
We're working on an old CRV. We're broke. No, we're not. But yeah, purchase some Lowpes merch. Streetlegacy.ca. That was a good plug. Good acting. I have a feeling this is going to take me a little bit to get used to. I'm used to the V being kind of clean. And this kind of obstructs the look a little bit. It's a little more rigid and stuff, but we're going down along these lines. So this is the first mod of many to kind of look to like that overlandish style build. This is my first time doing a build like this at all, so I'm learning as I go. All I know is I needed some fog lights, and eventually I think I'm gonna upgrade the headlights also to some cleaner ones that can project a little further. We do have LEDs already in them, but bull bar with more lighting and probably roof rack, basket, and a bunch of JDM cool stuff. So it's coming along slowly but surely. Winter's around the corner, like I said, and I'm excited for it. Are you excited to collaborate? Hook for shore with Chris Lowpes. We'll go off-roading, then fishing. Follow him.
Where are we going?
We'll figure it out. All right. We are locked up and ready to go. We're gonna bring this out and see how these bad boys do. I'll get more footage of this in the daylight. It is pretty dark right now, and I'll definitely post some stuff to my Instagram, so follow that. But check this out. I will have all the links to purchase these down below. Stay tuned for future videos. We're gonna do the rear ones with switches and stuff like that. Unfortunately, like I said, I thought we're gonna get switches in the case or in the box, and I thought we're gonna get wiring, so at least we're able to manage to do the front ones. They work, we've tested, but I just wanna show you guys outside in the dark and see how they actually work.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
That's it. She's working. She's looking good. We're lighting up the road pretty nicely. And yeah, thanks a lot for your help as always.
No problem, man.
Follow Alex at Hook for Shore on TikTok and Instagram. Go give him some love. And if you enjoy fishing content, he's got some awesome content.
Thank you.
Peace.
Peace, man.
All right, guys, there it is. Check it out. As you can see, it's sitting pretty flush in there. Like I said, we kind of just like fit it into the gaps that we had. It doesn't look horrible. I'm definitely gonna have to get used to it. I think once I have the bull bars and everything associated, it'll fit the like theme a lot better. Right now, it's a little hard to get used to. They do work very well though, and I do like them. I may do the JDM bumper in the future, but it was pretty easy overall to do this. It wasn't that hard at all. And you know what? If we can do it, you guys can. Just note, once again, it doesn't come with wiring. Not much wiring, just has maybe 8 inches attached to it. And then it doesn't come with a switch. So we wired it to the headlights. So at night when I switch the headlights on, those turn on. But super, super cool. I think it adds to the CRV. It gives it a little more of a rugged look. Definitely having that super black and the bumper being faded kind of, you know, throws my OCD a little bit. Maybe we can paint the bumper, and once it's fresh black, that'll kind of blend in a little more. But aside from that, it's looking really good. I'm enjoying it. There it is, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the CRV content. I know not a lot of you guys have CRVs that are watching this, but know that this car or this SUV is absolutely awesome. And once we're done with it, I might convince a few of you to get it. And if I do, make sure to message me and be like, hey, you convinced me to get one. They are so practical, so awesome. And they do come 5-speed standard. So we have plans down the line for the V as long as she survives. A lot of mods happening. As you can probably see, I have like a roof rack, bunch of stuff laying around the garage for it. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for watching. Big shout out to Alex once again for helping me do the wiring and install. Thanks to all you guys for watching. I love you guys. Peace out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do it once. Do it right. Peace out. And later.